Hashtag nightmare pool indeed. I just to answer that again real quick, guys, because brought up earlier. Next week's OlimoLeague will involve the dream pool. So for the last time on Deadwing, it's the finals. It's a best of 5 and spawning the top right corner of the map. It is going to be MyungSik.
In the bottom right is the red Zerg Samsung Galaxy Solar. Whoops.
Solar, of course, man, this guy has had quite the frickin' year. DreamHack, MSI, whatever various little cups he decides to compete in, like, I just feel like we gotta watch this guy grow up from afar, you know? Our little Solar for the Zotac Cup, gone on to win all these tournaments.
It is pretty. It's like we watched him grow up. He's a big boy now.
Solar's actually somebody I would love to win something as far as like a North America qualifier goes. That would be an event I would try to go to just for the sake of meeting him.
Yeah, I really want to meet him. He's not 21 though, is he?
He's young. Yeah, he's in school.
Yeah, he's
still.
like really young. So because
he always tells me
any parting shenanigans from that guy.
He always tells me how he's like failing classes because he plays too much.
That's right. He's like the only person that I could actually use my Korean on because he goes to school, because that's like all I learn is like Korean terminology. I'd be like, study hard.
Yo,
okay,
actually,
it's all my Korean.
His English was phenomenal.
It
like,
is
for what I
really
expected
good.
it to be. Yeah.
Because he studies, man. He goes to school.
No, you say that. I actually asked him about that. He's like, he just mostly watches TV. But actually, this is kind of cute on MyungSik. He was kind of holding off on this cannon attack. Solar, okay, there we go. Does bring the second probe, so gets revealed. Almost got away with it, not quite. Meddling kids.
Got away with it. Yeah. Now he didn't go for a spawning pool. It does it on right now. So even though the drones are here, MyungSik could try and invest a lot into this attack and really make it work.
Oh,
it looks like he's opting. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, with the second probe, he definitely is. Now, he might not be actually get the chance. We've seen this kind of like fizzle. You know, they're kind of like too late deciding. You know, getting a second probe out here. Oh, he goes to the gateway.
I think he was gonna try and fully block that off, not just like the little block off, but good drone control there out of Solar. Does get me off that second one though. Wow. That's gonna work. I love this. Yeah. This is so like gateways. It's the same cost as a cannon, but it takes up much more space. So it looks a little bit silly, I know, guys, but this is absolutely worth investing into. Now he can still cancel everything here. It might be worth just letting the cannon complete for the sake of it, but if he can keep Solar off of 3 bases or even 2 bases for long enough, you almost auto win the game.
I wonder if he really needed to cancel that natural. Just so, you know, throwing out a spine crawler, getting a couple of lings. There's only 1 cannon. The probe was still there, so we could have done like 3 more for sure. But well, that was his decision. And Solar not even able to get the third has to go. Well, it depends on whether or not you like this, and I know that you like it. So this is actually probably the better third that Solar takes.
Yeah. Well, it's still gonna be a problem with the rocks, of course, being not taking down you and all this, but. Yeah, this is an unfortunate situation he's been forced into, though, really.
Of course, of course. Actually just had to go for a gas canceled. Torts legit. No, I thought he was gonna go for speed, honestly. Control the board, kind of get back the mid game as he lost out kind of on the early game, if you want to look at it like that.
She can't attack from this angle. She has to go in from under the geyser.
No, she wants
soaked for the wings, yeah.
But she doesn't want to die, that's for sure.
Okay, she gets away. Wow, that's pretty good. Yeah, you don't need a lot of health. You just need enough health. You're gonna be injecting, spreading creep. Not like Zealots can run by the same way Lings can. So Queen should be okay for some time, unless he's transferring it to this third.
That's
no.
Cool. Well, he has an Overlord, you know, out, and obviously Warp Gate's not gonna be done because they took forever to get their own gateway back at home, and then the Cybernetic Score took a long time to get home. So unless a Zealot literally ran across the field, in which Solar would see it, that Queen is not in trouble.
Oh, so hey guys, speaking of meeting people, I think Solar would be definitely really cool to see if, like, you know, he had come to a North American event. But yo, we finally got to meet up with MMA, which is really cool. I was really sad over the weekend because we almost didn't. You know, obviously players win or lose, like mostly after losing, don't want to get too involved with people after WCS was going on. So we sadly almost didn't even get to see MMA while we were in BlizzCon, but we got to see him like on his way out, which was really cool. And I gotta tell you guys, MMA is gonna be like the most adorable freaking guy in real life, like for real. Cause you wanna know how he tried to describe Zombie Girl?
Go on, you can tell it.
I freaking love him. He tried to call her chic. Like, he'll type it out in chat, like chic. Sorry, chic. Like, I don't even know English people use that word. So the fact that like he went for it, I thought was like really cool, really funny.
I really wonder what he thinks it means. All right, it's flattering and everything, but it's such a very specific word that I'm pretty sure he got it wrong for me.
Yeah, as you say, you maybe like in other circumstances, but you weren't exactly dressed up super stylish when you met him, right? Like we were just both sitting there, like we just woken up. It was like super early.
I don't know.
Walking to IHOP.
Maybe he expected he actually had really low standards, so anything that I did was chic. It's like I see you on street, you wear pajamas all the time.
Okay, this is gonna get us kicked out of casting, so maybe OlimoLeague hasn't set the best standard for being a woman, right? Like that's what he's seen for the last 7 months.
Wow.
So I'm just saying, like maybe
in 2 minutes, OlimoLeague's gonna be so she's gonna be so mad. OlimoLeague's gonna be really mad. Like,
OlimoLeague.
You're so mean.
No, okay, I didn't mean that in a mean way, but I was just saying like
sexy Febreze holder.
Okay. I'm not getting into this. We are gonna have finished this cast without being fully retarded, okay? It's our first cast back. We're gonna lock this down. Now MyungSik has gone for Phoenixes, but it's worth noting this time he goes for more than 3. It's no longer PvP, of course, so you can't quite get away with it. Sometimes 3 works as bait, but I'm more concerned with this over here. This thing.
More importantly, he goes with more than 3 gateways, am I right?
Yeah.
Was for like 6 or 7, so the all-in follow-up. The thing about Phoenix openers or any Stargate opener really from a Protoss player is that a Zerg player, unless they're on top of scouting, can actually assume that they can drone pretty damn hard. Yeah, if they get spore crawlers, maybe a couple more queens, but for the most part they can drone, unless they go for the all-in, and then you can actually be caught just droning non-stop and actually die very easily. Now luckily Solar, I think kind of like he finished this out, or I don't know what, he actually has 70 drones, so he doesn't even need a drone anymore. Does have lings on the way, but no roaches.
This is a weird area. This force feels like if he gets deep enough, that's when he starts force footing the ramp where the roaches, or sorry, the rocks used to be. But getting that far in is a lot easier said than done, and that's something he may be able to pull off too efficiently.
Yeah. Well, he needs to buy more time. Obviously, the zealots can't really attack the drones.
This is good positioning, though. Yeah.
But they also, they just.
You got sentries for that. Yeah, this is pretty sick. If you get on top of the queens, oh my god, the queen bubbles are huge. I always forget about this. So yeah, it's gonna be able to just shred things. The meat grinder here in the mineral line is what it's come down to.
Solar might still be okay though. He's losing a lot of drones, obviously losing a lot of queens and lings, but the spine combat is finished. Actually talking to the sentries, lucky auto fire, and the roaches are on the way. The Phoenixes have actually used a lot of their, well, actually they have a lot of energy left over, but with 18 roaches, actually, 5 out of the fight's a big deal, but it is now pretty much just zealots, so it might be just enough.
I kind of wish MyungSik had focused a little more on the hatchery too. Like, if he got this hatchery and just died, like that would have been worth it in my opinion. The stream delay. Okay, well. Currently, he's doing his best to hold on to this hatchery. Solar, that is, seeing out most of the zealots, and that's mostly sentries, but he can't quite get to that nougaty core. There's a lot of energy left here, more force fields available, and he just can't quite connect to this.
Sentry nougat. It's so close though, He still has more roaches on the way. He still has 53 drones on 2 bases. If he can push this back, maybe he can continue on to a macro game. Okay, he will, actually. There's no mothership core to recall these sentries out, so that's 500 gas right there, kid.
So that's what I'm saying, like, if he had got this hatchery, like, now he's trying to go for it. Like, now he's trying to dive the hatchery, right?
And he'll get it.
He will. But it's one of those things, like, had he got this so secured before, it wouldn't really matter how this fight went either way, because he just put Solar back on 2 bases. Not something you ever want to be on as a Zerg player. But now he's in a position where, okay, yeah, there's some Phoenixes, but what are you going to do? You'll flood roaches, you'll flood lings, you'll have so many units running around the map. The Phoenixes will eventually run out of graviton beam energy, and as we see, it still takes a while to kill the roaches. So this counterattack potential right now, it's quite strong. Yeah, Void Ray's coming out, and we always talk about like a Void Ray will clean this up, but kind of like a Banshee and TVZ at the same time, it'll be eventually when it does it, So he's gonna have to hold on with these sentries, 3 of them, a couple cannons. I think he'll hold this first wave out of solar, and solar doesn't miss a beat. He re-expands behind this pretty quickly.
Yeah, did lose about 20 drones in that fight though. Oh no, 13. Wait, I thought he was about 70. No, that was the last series we cast. Never mind. Oh, he was at 70. Well, anyways, he's at 62 now. And that's okay. And the third base, when it's up, actually be nice saturation because his main's gonna kind of mind out. Both players are. But MyungSik looking to go for a third. Yeah, he goes on third.
Oh god, the Overlords out of position, just barely. You know, there's quite a few of them.
Yeah.
I kill suppose third's great and all, but still, this sucks. Hydra's coming out too a little bit at a time. Go! No, 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 no,
Run!
Axe murderer. Yeah. Man. Those things get picked up, they just dissipate. It's not even about getting killed.
It's so not. It really makes Hydras less scary when you imagine them in real life, quote unquote, like running away from like a phoenix up in the air. They don't seem that much scary anymore. It's a fucking phoenix. Are they really that scary? I don't know. They might be really big though in StarCraft 2. Sometimes the unit scaling is really weird, and then like they'll throw the trailer, and the phoenix would be like gigantic or something.
Well, I like to believe that all things are scaled to Carbot standards. Dude,
actually, okay. So Hydras to me for Carbot are actually creepier. It's kind of like the small world effect for me, where like it's just like a creepy like, you know, like they're like little kid like animatronics, which should not be scary, but they are. The Carbot Hydra is actually really creepy. It's
really?
cute. I think it's really
bad.
creepy. I think it is really creepy looking. I don't know.
Okay. Yo, I've seen this brought up several times in chat here, and I'm assuming this is pertaining to the force fields earlier, because this isn't the first game people brought up. But everyone who's like stoked for the Ravager to break force fields, I hate to burst your bubble on this, kind of like a Ravager burst a force field. They're not exactly the most amazing units, and one thing that they do is friendly fire. It's like the first unit that's not Terran that friendly fires. So if you're not careful when you use that on your force fields, you'll kill the circle of roaches that have been trapped within them. I'm speaking out of experience here, by the way.
Oh,
anyways,
wow,
oh, he pulls the drones immediately, like no hesitation on this. Solar knows like this is do or die. He's got so many Hydralists though. Like this is a fight I really think he could have taken without pulling the drones. Not, at least not right away. But I guess a little bit worried about not having enough buffer, and rightfully so. This is mostly Hydralists, not Hydraling. There's a couple of them peppered in there.
That many roaches left over. Good force fields again. Got an Immortal, got a Void Ray in there. It's actually not dying. And a lot of force fields. Another rogue go down.
Solar still had like 70 drones when this started, so I thought he had lost so much more when this.
He did, but he remade them very, very quickly. And I'm actually surprised at how many Hydras he did get, but they all go down very fast. The amount of Phoenixes, believe it or not, really helped out.
Yeah,
pick it up and they kill them very fast.
It's like they just swooped in through the back, picking them up, disappeared.